So that's nice.
Do you frame them? Do you frame them, or do they have to frame them themselves?
Well, for the price that I do now, my regular price in studio is $95 per head. I do include a mat. I include a mat, 16 by 20. Usually it's a brown mat.
Okay.
I used to only do these like at events, like the San Antonio Rodeo, the Christmas craft show that I used to do, and I had it as another option, as a cheaper option. If they didn't want the detailed portrait, they could get a quick sketch. And what the history of these is kind of when I started doing portraits in malls at Christmas time. It was in 1988, and it was after my it was after my third summer doing profile portrait sketches at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. And that was all I was doing, was those same colored portrait sketches from the side that year in '88. And as the years went by and I moved to Virginia and then I moved to Texas, I started offering front views because people wanted me to do them from their photos, and nobody has a profile photo. Everybody has front views. So I started working for people's photos too. And I had a side view price or a front view price, and they were all the same. It was like $10 for the side view, $25 for the front view. So it's like, I don't know, 91, 92, thereabouts when I was in Virginia. And as the more I did that, my front views, they were, I think I did like black and white, like a black and white option or color. And then I would charge more for color. I'd charge like $45 for color or something, $50 for color. But they were loose, they weren't very tight, they weren't very detailed. And some of them really weren't very good. Mostly I would freehand them. I didn't even start using a projector until 92, I think. But what happened was that when somebody would sit down for a portrait from life, those were quicker and consequently a little bit looser. And because I knew people didn't want to sit very long, so the ones I did from life ended up looking a little looser. The ones I did from a photo, I could take my time with because the photos didn't move. And so slowly they started digressing in style. And the ones I did from photos, I started calling them my detailed pencil portraits, which you can see on, I have a website, ritakirkmandrawings.com. Anyway, you can see all the detailed ones there. And then the ones I did from life became the quick sketch portraits. And once that happened, I kind of started doing either one of them from life or they were just like separate products at that point. Because as the detailed ones got more expensive, not everybody could afford them, so they'd want a quick sketch. And they'd be like, well, normally I only do this from life, but I'd have to start using photos because people would be like, oh, but I only have $50, whatever. So normally, when I started doing these separately, I put them back at $25, like I had like the decade before. And they went pretty well. So at events, I usually would have them anywhere from $25, $35, sometimes $40, sometimes $45, depending. That's recently, but I've just given up that craft show and the rodeo, so I'm not even doing that anymore. And oh my God, I have like stacks and stacks of mats and boxes of frames. Now I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with all these? I'll have to just slowly market them out to people that I work through the mail or whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. I'm so happy to have both of these done.